Okay, hello everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the end of the week for my streaming purposes. Hello everyone. Phil here live on today's Friday stream. Yes, I'm back after only doing one stream yesterday. I'm back to a double stream day today. I hope you guys are excited. Hello. So today, of all days, today is Friday the 13th. And a lot of people say Friday the 13th is unlucky. I think the opposite. I think that today's going to be a great day. Because today we've got a lot of streaming fun content coming for you here. Live on Twitch. And of course, on demand on YouTube if you watch afterward. Excuse me. So, let's talk a little bit about that. What can you guys expect today? First of all, today, my friends, Persona 5. Yes. Ooh, yes, Persona 5, baby. Oh, you know you love it. Yes, Persona 5 continues today, everyone. And you may be saying, well, I wonder how Phil's doing in Persona 5. Maybe you haven't been around for the last week, and you're not aware about where we are. We're at a pretty interesting part of the game. I am in the midst of exploring the casino dungeon, which is Sai's Palace. Okay? For what I'm to understand, it is the next to last dungeon in the game. There's one more, apparently, at the very end of the game. That's the big conclusion. Alright? And so, I've been having a lot of fun with it. In my opinion, it's a pretty unique and fun dungeon. I love how all the dungeons in Persona 5 are so very different from each other. Okay? Excuse me. And I hope that today should be a fun session, not only of, finishing up that dungeon, because I remember when you get to the final area, it basically locks until the day when the boss fight unlocks, right? But in addition to that, I'm going to be maxing the final social link level for the twins in the Velvet Room. And people are basically been telling me for a while it's very much worth it to do it. Number one, the persona is incredibly powerful. And number two, apparently you get a really good reward for going through all these fusions, okay? Excuse me. So, I'm excited to see how things turn out today. How will today's stream go? Will I get to the end of the dungeon? Will we be able to maybe do some more things outside of the dungeon, like more social links and the like? Because there may be time to do them, okay? So, yes, 4+ hours of gameplay of Persona 5 here on my main gameplay stream. And I certainly hope that you guys will enjoy it. I've been loving the game. This is going to be, my 4th session back, right? My 4th session back since resuming the playthrough last Friday. And I have absolutely loved being, back with this game. And I hope that you guys have as well. It's been a lot of fun. And I hope that you guys will continue to tune in. I'm going to be trying to finish up Persona 5 over the next week. Right now, as of today, this will be the 4th session, so that'll be, 16 hours of gameplay? And people were telling me I had roughly around between 20 and 25 left. So what I'm assuming is once I finish this dungeon, you've probably got the home stretch of the story. And then you've got, more than likely, at the very, very end, a big chunk of story with the final dungeon. And then that's it, the conclusion. So I'm thinking, maybe another week of playing Persona 5 on and off and balancing it with other stuff. And I may be able to wrap it up, which is good because, ladies and gentlemen, today was actually the release of Octopath Traveler for the Nintendo Switch. Now, this is a new JRPG in the vein of the classic Final Fantasy games. More notably, the art style looks almost identical to Final Fantasy VI, which is one of my favorite RPGs of all time. So I've wanted to play Octopath Traveler, but as you guys know, there's no way I'm going to be juggling multiple JRPGs at once. It's just not going to work. And knowing that was the case, I said, you know what? I think what we're going to have to do is finish up Persona 5 first. Okay? And then after that, we will begin with Octopath. So probably another week to 2 weeks of finishing up Persona 5. Definitely going to be finishing the game by the end of July, thank goodness. And then we'll be jumping into Octopath as the other summer RPG that I'll be playing. Okay? So, that's pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Now, another big update, guys. Because some people have been wondering, well, what is Phil going to be playing next? Because if you guys aren't aware, I'm near the end of Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered. I only got about 2 hours left of that, and that's going to conclude. In addition, I'm near the end of Jak 3, which I've been playing all this week. Jak 3 is going to conclude on this Sunday. So, with 2 playthroughs wrapping up, obviously it means I'm going to have to be starting up something. Excuse me. Obviously it means I'm going to have to be starting up something else. And you may be wondering, you know, what else is going to be happening? Well, as of last night, I announced this on social media, but I'll announce this formally on pre-stream today. I purchased a couple games for me to be playing during the summer downtime, and honestly, it was based off of your feedback, because I did a poll the other night on Twitter of what kind of games would you be interested in seeing this summer. And the games that I had in the poll were Silent Hill 2, Grand Theft Auto Vice City with no music, Final Fantasy IV, and Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. And Silent Hill 2 won, Grand Theft Auto came in second, and Eternal Darkness came in third. So based off of that, what I've decided to do is kind of have a summer, downtime here, where I'm going to be balancing a certain kind of game with other stuff. And since 2 of the choices were survival horror and they came in first and third, I said this is a no-brainer that I should basically be playing these kind of games during the summer downtime. So, went online last night. Sadly, I hate to say it, still Silent Hill 2 is not available as a digital download anywhere. And the reason being is because if you remember, they did come out with that Silent Hill 2 and 3 HD collection, what was it, 6-7 years ago? And when they did that, basically they took the digital versions of those games offline, so you couldn't get them as digital downloads anymore because they wanted people to buy the HD collection. But it sucks because it means that basically there's no real way for me to play the original Silent Hill 2. Now, of course, everyone came up with all these weird methods. Oh, get the ancient PC version and then do this crazy hack to get that ancient game working on modern operating systems. Some weird shit that people suggest. I was like, there's no way I'm messing with any of that. I tried to do that with Knights of the Old Republic years ago, and it was a huge fail. Because I played like 10 hours into it, 12 hours into it, and then the whole thing fucking crashed, and I could never play it again. And I'm not dealing with that again. So, quite frankly, the only way to easily play Silent Hill 2 again is the HD collection. And I know a lot of people hate the HD collection. There's bugs, there's graphical glitches, there's voice acting changes. And I get it if you're a purist and you absolutely are in love with the PS2 original. Obviously you probably don't like the HD edition. But for me, I originally played Silent Hill 2 6 years ago. Alright, I played it in the HD collection. And honestly, I had no problems. I didn't notice any of these changes because I never played the original game. And so I got the HD collection again, but this time I got it for PlayStation 3, because last time I played it on the Xbox 360. And this way, at least I'll be earning new trophies and stuff as I play through the game this second time. So there'll be a little bit of addition of kind of fun stuff with that, okay? So, yes, I will be playing Silent Hill 2 this coming week, and you might say, well, when's that going to start? Well, it actually depends on when the game arrives, because I'm supposed to get it either Sunday or Monday. It's hard to tell with Amazon, because sometimes they claim Sunday delivery, and then I don't get it on Sunday, because typically shipping doesn't really deliver well on Sunday. So I may be getting it Sunday, I may be getting it Monday, but that being said, obviously I can't play it Sunday or Monday, because I don't know when it's showing up. So maybe Tuesday, we'll begin with Silent Hill 2 HD again, a second run, okay? So we'll see. We shall see how that goes. But yeah, definitely Silent Hill 2 will begin this week. So it'll be a balance. Once Jak 3 wraps up, once Red Faction Guerrilla wraps up, it's going to be a balance between Persona 5 and Silent Hill 2. And then for the nighttime streams, I'll be doing stuff such as more Street Fighter, which, by the way, I'm craving more Street Fighter. I actually want to play more Super Turbo sooner rather than later. So maybe Tuesday night will be Super Turbo or something. Yes, I'll probably play more H1Z1 because I only did one session of it last week, and I got second place twice. I was so close to winning another match. And it's like, it's so frustrating when you get so close but so far, right? And we'll see what else I want to do as a nighttime stream. We'll see what else we can do. Now, also, I did purchase Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem for the GameCube. Okay? Now, I don't know anything about this game besides people have been telling me it's a good survival horror game. Okay? And the fact that it has this cool mechanic with sanity is part of it, and it can break the fourth wall and do weird shit. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Outside of that, I really don't know much about it. Besides, apparently it came out around the same time as Resident Evil 4. And since Resident Evil 4 was such a departure from what everyone was used to, it ended up becoming this hit. And so kind of all other survival horror games at the time were kind of overshadowed. But I'm interested in playing it. I got it. I did get it. It was like over $30. I think it was like $35 or something, you know, for the used version. And I'm hoping everything goes right. You know, the problem with buying used games is you never know what's going to happen. I hope it works fine. You know, I do have my Wii now enabled for direct capture. I mean, we played Super Mario Sunshine earlier this year without a hitch, and I hope that everything goes smoothly with this too. So I will, at some point this summer, be playing Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. When exactly, I'm not sure yet. We are going to be doing Silent Hill 2 first. But basically, after that wraps up, then I can determine, gee, do I want to jump right into Eternal Darkness, or do I want to do something else, okay? I am very, very strongly considering playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I'll be honest with you guys, this would be the time to do it. Because, number one, it's my 10th anniversary as a content creator, and I think that my classic GTA playthroughs are some of the best I've ever done. A lot of people really hold those in high regard, and it sucks that the original playthroughs, in a lot of ways, have been destroyed via Content ID. You know, a lot of the videos are muted, a lot of the videos are blocked in certain countries. People cannot watch the entirety of those playthroughs because of all the music. And it sucks, all right? So what I think I am going to do is I am going to go back to Vice City at some point this summer as well. And I'm thinking, you know, this next week probably will be Persona and Silent Hill 2. Then maybe once one of those wraps up or we get near the end, then we'll squeeze in maybe Vice City for variety's sake. And then Eternal Darkness. And then, if you guys aren't aware, in August we actually do have a few new releases that could be pretty interesting, including We Happy Few. The Black Ops 4 beta is going to come out for... Oh, excuse me, I got a burp coming. Hold on. Excuse me, I felt that coming, and I want to get that out of the way. So anyway, the Black Ops 4 beta is going to be releasing for PlayStation 4 for those who pre-order the game, and chances are I am going to play Black Ops 4, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to pre-order the game by the end of the month or early next month, and therefore I'll get into the beta for that. So there's the beta for that, there's We Happy Few, there's the first episode of the final season of The Walking Dead, there's the Shenmue collection coming out, and then near the end of the month there's Fire Pro Wrestling. So August actually will have a decent amount of new releases. Are they ginormous, high-profile new releases? No, they're not. All right. But, that being said, it should still have more variety than this month where there's literally nothing. I'm doing nothing, you know what I mean? Now, like I also said, once I wrap up Persona 5, whenever that may be, maybe it'll be next week, maybe it'll be the week after, then I'm going to begin Octopath Traveler. So what variety we're going to have? We're going to have survival horror, we're going to have Grand Theft Auto, we're going to have JRPGs, then come August, we're going to have new releases coming into the schedule. So there's going to be a lot of fun stuff going on in the next month to 2 months to finish off the summer, which is great. I'm glad, because now basically my summer roadmap is being formulated. I'm seeing in my head how the rest of the summer is going to pan out content-wise. And I like that because, honestly, just a week or two ago, it was very, very, you know, uncertain. I had no clue what I was going to be playing this summer because there was no new releases this whole month. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think that's going to be a very fun July into August, and I want to say thank you guys for your support. Again, I want to reiterate, you guys have been awesome. On the streams, you guys have been showing up. You've been participating, you know, cheering, subbing, tipping, having a lot of fun with me, interacting and talking, and it makes the streams better. And in my opinion, this July has been one of the best summers I've had in quite some time. You know, last year, sure, I played Red Dead Redemption, and I played Dark Souls 2, and I played some Sonic stuff. The summer before that, I played Sonic 06. So yeah, we always typically have a good time during the summer. But in particular, this summer has been quite good. I'm basically relying on you guys for input on what to play because I don't know. You know, a lot of the games that I've missed out on, like Simpsons Hit and Run or Jack 3, are games that you guys have played and know what's good, and I don't. So relying on your input to choose what to play has actually turned out really, really well. And I just want to say thank you guys for that. Okay? Pretty awesome. All right, so anyway, that's kind of just an update, a cumulative update for all of you, all right? One other thing, tonight, guys, I am doing a special IRL stream. This is a stream where I'm going to be basically just interacting with you guys for 2 hours or so. You know, anything. We could talk, we could do Q&A session, however you guys want to do it. You know, I've done these a couple times before. You guys really seem to like when I do these impromptu IRL streams. I think this would make sense to end the week strong, since tomorrow is my day off from streaming, and then I'll return on Sunday with the conclusion of Jack 3, so should be great, okay? Should be great. All right, so that's really it for my pre-stream. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just quickly do plugs, then we're going to jump into shout-outs for people who have contributed, and then we're going to get started with Persona 5, okay? Now, keep in mind, guys, I will need your help today with Persona 5. I don't understand the fusion system fully, and I actually don't understand the card system. I have to use a card in order to do the final fusion for the twins today in the Velvet Room, and I don't really understand it, so I am going to need your guidance. Those of you who played Persona 5 before, I hope you can help me out with that, so make sure I do it right so I can get the final social link, okay? Okay. Alrighty then. Alright, guys, so thank you very much for 10 outstanding years of support. For 10 years, I've been able to create content of gameplay and share it on the internet, and people have absolutely loved it and gave me positive feedback and spread it like wildfire, and I'm very appreciative for that. You know, for 7 years now, I've done this for a living. Doing what I love as my passion and a hobby as a living is an amazing feeling, a very positive thing, and I'm very, very grateful to be able to do that, all right? That being said, the absolute best way that you can help me out to continue to be able to do this full time is to watch the videos and or watch the streams. That's a no-brainer, right? But that being said, there's other ways that you could go above and beyond, and in particular, guys, during these summer downtime months when in particular there's no new releases and YouTube ad revenue is in the toilet, literally in the toilet, because guess what? They can't sell ad space in the summer. You know, they just don't. They do a terrible job at it. So I rely mostly on other sources of income. So that being said, during these summer downtime months, there's many ways that you can help me out to get through this slow summer. All right. How can you do it? Well, first of all, you can check out my Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidefil, where your monthly pledges contribute towards the cost of doing business. So many things that come into play here, including cost of games. I just dropped a bunch of money on these 2 survival horror games I'll be playing during the summer, right? Pretty soon I'll have to pre-order Black Ops 4 and the like, so, you know, a lot of cost that comes into it. So, there's that. There's also the cost of electricity, internet, equipment that breaks all the time. So many things that outside of that are very expensive, including things like health insurance and stuff, because I'm self-employed. So, very pricey to do this, but it's fun as hell, and I'm happy that I'm able to do it. So, your pledges help with that. And no exaggeration here, guys. It was your pledges in the month of June that strongly allowed me to afford my bills this month, because I was very tight on cash after last month, after completely emptying my bank account to pay off these taxes, these state taxes that I owed, the back taxes. I'm not going to get into it, but basically I had to empty my bank account out to pay back state taxes, and I'm finally out of that area. I'm finally not in trouble with that anymore, thank God. But it was your patron pledges that helped me out in a time when things were very tight, all right? So thanks to anyone who did pledge in June, and I should say, if you did pledge in June, this Sunday night, you will be getting all of your perks actioned. So that means if I owe you a private Q&A video, I'll probably be filming it this Sunday night. If you're owed a forum upgrade so you can nominate and vote on games for the upcoming Rageathon, well, I'll be sending your information to my webmaster this Sunday night. See what I mean? So within the next week or so, all you guys should be getting all of your perks, which is a great thing. Okay? So, that being said, thank you to everyone who did pledge in June. If you pledge this month, not only are you helping me out, but also you get cool perks for your contributions. I'm not going to go through all the different perk levels because there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of good things you can get for your contributions. In my opinion, the best perk is the $5 level. If you pledge $5 or more, you get the opportunity to nominate and vote on things for special events. For example, this month, the special event that I'm going to be hopefully doing, because I am going to adjust the goal soon. In fact, you know what? I'm going to adjust it today. I'll adjust it on this pre-stream. How about that? All right? So anyway, the goal this month is the 10 years of Rage anniversary event. All right? And if we hit the subscriber goal this month, the people who pledge $5 or more to my Patreon will be nominating and voting on your very favorite things that I've done over the past 10 years. It could be a moment from a playthrough or a playthrough in itself. It could be a vlog. It could be a series. It could be anything. You can pick it out, and as long as it's viewable, on the internet, and, people want to see it, I'm going to be doing a stream where I react to that content, okay? Pretty special event. I've never done any kind of a thing like this before, a retrospective looking back at my own content. In fact, quite frankly, most of the stuff that I do when it comes to gameplay and vlogging, I make it and I put it on the internet and I never watch it again. So in a lot of cases, it may be only the second time ever that I've seen some of this stuff, okay? Really fun event, especially because it is my 10th anniversary as a content creator. And I think that, definitely think that you guys will enjoy it. So, if you pledge $5 or more, you get in on that event, all right? But there's other pledge levels too. Give it a look, patreon.com/darksidephil. Thank you to anyone who pledges to my Patreon in July. Like I said, it helped me out tremendously in June. So please, again, consider pledging because it does help out a ton, all right? Number 2, please give a look at my Teespring shop, all right? My Teespring shop, I sell all kinds of merchandise, T-shirts, sweaters. Let's try that again. T-shirts, sweatshirts is what I meant to say. Hoodies, stickers, mugs, pillows, all kinds of merchandise, all kinds of fun stuff. And that being said, I love the stuff. I own a bunch of it. I bought a bunch of it last year, and I've had it now for over a year, and I can attest to the fact that the quality of the stuff is great, doesn't wear out, and many people have ordered over the last year and absolutely love their merch, okay? So anything you buy from the shop helps me out, and you get a cool collectible. Please give it a look. Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Last but not least, if you are here live on the stream, and you enjoy my live streams daily, you want to see them continue and be successful, you love what I'm doing for the summer downtime, and you want to get some interaction here on today's stream, maybe you want to get a shout out, right? Well, if you either cheer with bits, subscribe to the channel, or you tip me, I will give you a verbal shout out during the stream. But keep in mind, it is my stream. It is subjective what I read. I'm not going to choose to read things that I feel will derail the stream or is personal stuff that I don't want to talk about during the stream. In particular, anything political, religious, involving drama or toxicity, insults, etc. I'm not going to be reading any of that stuff. So please understand, in general, most people get it and just want to have a fun, positive time, and it ends up being a really fun time here on my streams. But every once in a while, you get a bad apple, or you get someone who doesn't know the rules, and they're trying to stir the pot, as they say. And I'm not gonna play that game. Instead, I'm just gonna have a fun stream. Okay? Now, maybe you want to go one step further than that. All right? Maybe you want to get one step further, and if you want to get an animation, a fun, positive animation to play on the stream, okay, in conjunction with your contributions, you could do that. It'll give you both visual, and then eventually you'll get verbal recognition when I give you your shout out for your contributions. How do you get that? Well, if you either cheer 50 bits or more in one cheer, if you subscribe to the channel and wait a few minutes to click the share button afterward, or if you tip me $5 or more in one go. If you do any of those 3 things, you'll get an animation to play on the stream to give you, that recognition. So pretty neat, right? Now, in addition to everything I just mentioned, as you guys can see at the top of your screens, we've got the Stream Stats leaderboard running today, meaning if you cheer, sub, or tip, you have a chance to make it up on the leaderboard if you're either the top cheerer or if you're the top tipper. In addition, periodically, I will be checking on subscriber stats. So first of all, great way to get recognition, not only on the stream, but also in the YouTube videos, because this is recorded for YouTube. But in addition to that, we're all working here towards our monthly subscriber goal. And ladies and gentlemen, it's official right now. I'm updating the subscriber goal. We're about halfway through the month, and it's pretty obvious that since there's no new games out, there's no way we're going to get 485 subs back. So, I'm updating the subscriber goal. Ladies and gentlemen, the sub goal for this month has been lowered to 450 subscribers, okay? 450 subs. I just did it right now on the fly. There you go. So, yes, it's still a stretch, but it's very doable. I mean, we had over 500 subs not even a month ago, okay? So, for those of you who want to see this 10 Years of Rage anniversary event happen, please consider subscribing to the channel. Once we hit 450 subs, the event will be happening for sure, okay? So, what do you get for subscribing? Well, when you subscribe to the channel, obviously, as I just mentioned, you're working towards the fun monthly anniversary event goal. But also, you get access to all of my emotes, okay? All of my emotes. on the stream, including all the Street Fighter ones, the DSP Pepe emote, the cowboy hat, all of them. People love the emotes. They use them not only here, but they use them in other streams as well, okay? You also don't have to watch advertisements when I run them. Typically, 1 to 2 times every major stream I run advertisements. You will not have to watch those ads if you are subscribed. And then finally, you get the cool Chat Crown loyalty badge. You start off with a bronze crown for a new sub. After 3 months of ongoing subscription, you become a silver crown. At 6 months, it's gold, and you get rubies at a year. So it's pretty cool, right? Pretty neat for the ongoing level of support. And, you know, it's a cool way to show off that, you know, you love my stuff and you want to see it keep going. All right, so, yes, please consider subscribing if you're not a sub. Let's make the monthly goal happen, 450 subs. Now, in addition to that, I did have a Tier 2 subs goal, which was going to be a Patron's Choice playthrough. And, yes, that does still exist, too. If we hit 475 subscriptions this month, by the end of the month, then I will do another Patron's Choice playthrough event. So, yeah, pretty cool. I mean, the last 2 Patron's Choice playthroughs were Sims Hit and Run and Half-Life 2, and those turned out to be really fun and entertaining playthroughs and streams. So, the patrons have been doing a really good job of nominating and voting on games for Patron's Choice. I hope that maybe we can even hit that this month. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll see a reinvigoration by the end of the month while I'm doing survival horror stuff, when I maybe start Vice City, etc. Maybe we'll see a big surge of interest, and maybe some people will come in and sub that haven't yet, and we'll be able to hit these goals. I'm very confident we could. It's just that people, typically around the summertime months, there's a lot of people who don't come by because they're here. They're the kind of people that only like to watch me play new releases. You know what I mean? So, we'll see what happens. But I'm definitely thinking that, you know, we can hit these sub goals, 450 and 475, all right? The readjusted sub goals as of right now. Okay, outside of that, the only other thing I want to say before we get to shout-outs is how do you tip? If you would like to send me a tip during the stream, which is a great way to get recognition because it's not through the cheering system, it's a completely separate system through PayPal, and as you can see, you will get recognition if you are the top tipper for today, of which there are none, so easy way to get up there, right, on the leaderboard. If you look below my stream, there should be a button that says Tips Jar, and if you click on that Tips Jar button and you leave a tip, you, through my PayPal page, you can either be anonymous or you can leave a name and a message if you want to get a shout out. All right, that's one way to do it. Or if you cannot see the Tips Jar button, if you just type !tip into the stream chat, then you'll be able to leave a tip via that method, okay? Tips are greatly appreciated. They help me out tremendously. And like I said, it's a great way to get recognition because it has its own separate little section here on the leaderboard, okay? Okay. Fair enough. That's it, guys. That's the end of my stream plugs and everything. So we're at 27 minutes today. I was a little longer today because I wanted to talk a little bit about the schedule coming up and how I bought those survival horror games. Now we're going to get into thank you shout-outs for people who cheer, sub, and tip during the pre-stream. All right. And I'm going to start updating the leaderboard and all of that. Okay, so first of all, I want to say thank you to those who come on by overnight and contribute. There are people who actually, whoops, I hit my thing on my PS4 here. There are people who come by and they cheer, sub, and tip overnight when I'm not even here. That's a pretty awesome feeling that people keep me in mind when I'm not even broadcasting and come by to support. So I definitely want to give credit where credit is due. First off, Dark Viking 159 resubscribed for the 12th month in a row, which earns him the new Chat Crown badge, which is a golden crown with rubies encrusted on it. Pretty sweet. Now, he said the following. He says, here's to 1 year already. Time is flying by. Sadly, I can't be at the streams that much more, but I still love your content. Much love from a good friend, Dark Viking. Well, yeah, so Dark Viking apparently had originally subbed last July, and like I was just saying, guys, that was around the time when I had replayed Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption's Undead Nightmare DLC, and I believe I was playing the Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin run. So, that was a pretty hyped time. You know, people were coming by in droves last summer to watch me play some really fun stuff, and I'm not surprised that's when Dark Viking first swung by and subscribed. So I want to say thank you, Dark Viking, for your year of support. It's totally cool that even though you can't make the streams, you still come by to continue subbing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and once more, thank you. Okay. Real Sammy Samosa cheered and said something that I don't understand. He says, would you consider yourself more of a something or something else? And I don't know what these two terms mean. So I actually don't even want to read it out because I don't know if these are like insulting terms. I have no idea what these terms even mean. So what I would say, Real Sammy Samosa, is if you really want an answer to your question, I know you're here because I saw you in the stream chat earlier. Okay. explain what you're talking about in the stream chat. And if I get more elaboration on what you're talking about, then I'll feel more comfortable answering your question. But when I don't know what the terms mean that you just said, last thing I want to do is start addressing something I don't understand and insult someone or get in trouble. So please, if you're still here in the stream chat, let me know what the hell you're talking about. Okay? All right. All right. Also, shout out to Infinite55 who did a 100-bit cheer overnight. Thank you, Infinite55, for your cheer. I appreciate that. Again, thank you, because you are one of the people who frequently comes by. You can't make the streams, but you still support me, and that is an awesome feeling. Okay? All right. So, let's move on. Now, to people who cheered, subbed, and tipped during today's actual stream. Okay? So, let me bring it up here. So we start off with Game Master used Phoenix down. He did a 25-bit cheer. He says, what games will be part of the Summer of Horror? Well, as I just said, first of all, it's not the Summer of Horror. Let's clarify here. It's not the Summer of Horror. It's just going to be a few survival horror games. In particular, I don't know what happened in 2018. There's been 0 survival horror games. And in fact, if you actually take a look at the rest of the year, there is not a single survival horror game coming out this year. 0. Like, actual 0. Goose egg. Now, last year, it was kind of the opposite. We had Resident Evil 7. We had Outlast 2. We had The Evil Within 2. We had at least 3 very high-profile survival horror games. So, it's very odd to me that there's, like, nothing going on this year with survival horror. It really does kind of throw me for a loop, okay? So, that being said, I will be playing Silent Hill 2 next week. Yes, it will be the HD edition. Yes, it will be on PS3. Now, actually, all right. I was gonna get ahead of myself here. Actually, there's another cheer addressing what I'm about to bring up, so I'll talk about that in a moment. So, definitely, I'm playing Silent Hill 2. Okay, that's next week, starting next week. Then I'll be determining what's next. More than likely, it'll probably be like Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and then probably Eternal Darkness. So, yeah, you'll probably see me playing both Silent Hill 2 and Eternal Darkness this summer, more than likely. I'm not 100% guaranteeing that. I will guarantee Silent Hill 2 next week, but I'm not going to guarantee Eternal Darkness. I did buy it, but let's see how everything goes, all right? But, yeah, it should be at least 1, if not 2, survival horror games coming out, all right? Okay, shout out to a goof called Woof, okay? And he cheered 50 bits. He says, play Silent Hill 2 on the hard difficulty field to make it more interesting. Now, actually, this is what I was just about to address. Some people on social media, and now it looks like a goof called Wolf. Hold on. Getting up here on the leaderboard for the top cheer of 50 bits. A good called Wolf. That's not his name. There we go. I got his name spelled correctly now. Have called for me when I play Silent Hill 2 next week to play it on a harder difficulty. I guess people are feeling that since I did play it 6 years ago, and, you know, I was successful in that run, obviously, and I enjoyed the game, that basically I should... Hold on a second. I'm being annoyed. Arrgh! Arrgh. Okay, sorry, my phone was vibrating. It was annoying me. Let's try this again. Since originally 6 years ago, I played Silent Hill 2, and yeah, did I die? I did, and I had some difficulty, but it wasn't exactly the hardest playthrough I've ever did. It was some challenge, but not massive challenge. I remember there was 1 or 2 parts I raged at, but, you know, for the most part, it was an enjoyable playthrough. It was more confusion than anything else, because I didn't know where to go or what to do. But I guess some people want to see me play it on hard. I don't know the difference between standard difficulty and hard difficulty. I don't know what the difference is between the two. And so, since that's the case, I couldn't say actively, oh, yes, I'll play it on hard. You know, if the game ends up becoming so gruelingly fucking difficult on hard that it's going to just not be an enjoyable experience, then no, I'm not going to do it. So, I don't know yet. You know, we'll have to see. Maybe I'll do some research online and see what people say about hard versus normal. What are the actual differences between them? Or maybe for some of you, maybe some of you guys know the difference. Maybe you've played Silent Hill 2 on regular and hard difficulty and you know the actual significance between the two. Let me know. Because would I consider playing it on hard? Yes. But am I committing to that before I know what the hell I'm doing? Hell no. Because I don't want to have to screw everything up and then start over again, okay? So we'll see. We'll see. It's a possibility I'll play it on hard, but I'm not promising that, all right? Okay, Game Master Use Phoenix Down just cheered. And he says, watch Batman 89 yesterday. What a great movie, better than most of the new DC movies. What is Batman 89? What I can say is, I know on Amazon Video, of which I have because I'm an Amazon Prime subscriber, they had a bunch of animated Batman movies, like 3 different ones that were made available for free this month. And I am eventually going to be watching them because I do like the animated DC movies, and I have been behind on them. I haven't watched all of them recently. So I'm definitely going to get caught up on that starting, soon, actually. And I don't know what Batman 89 in particular is, but I do agree that all of the DC movies are quite good. The DC animated movies usually turn out pretty good. In fact, I hate to say it, the DC animated movies regularly are much better than the DC live-action movies. Right. Kujiakatori says the movie released in 1989. Oh, you're talking not an animated movie, you're talking about the classic. Oh, my God. He should have just said the Tim Burton Batman movie. Then I would have understood what he was saying. Yeah, dude, the classic Tim Burton movie is great. I love the original Batman movie. Michael Keaton, everyone thought he was going to be a shitty Batman. He ended up being the best fucking film Batman, seriously. And fucking Jack Nicholson, man, does he make that Joker character notable. I mean, it's just an amazing cast and such a gothic design to the game. To the movie. I love Batman, that original Batman movie. Seriously, like, I love the soundtrack. Danny Elfman does the soundtrack. Dude, I love that fucking movie. Now I want to watch it. Now you've made me crave to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it tonight because I have it on Blu-ray. Well, awesome. There you go. Give me ideas of what to watch. Maybe I'll watch Batman tonight. All right. But I agree with you, Game Master, Use Phoenix Down, that a lot of the older movies are much better than the modern ones. I think that movie is probably better than all the modern DC movies. Okay, oh, wow. I received an anonymous $30 tip. So whoever sent me that tip, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Oops. Oh, my God. Anonymous. I spelled it right. Obviously, you get up on the leaderboard, although, you didn't give me your name, so sadly, it's not really like you're getting credit, but you got to put it up there that an anonymous person did tip $30. So thank you very much for that support. Thank you. Okay, so Game Master Use Phoenix Down did a 75-bit cheer to become the cheerleader. Let's get him up there now. I guess he wanted to be the cheerleader for today. So sorry, Goof, you've been dethroned. Game Master used Phoenix Down. Yes, got it right. Thank you for that 75-bit cheer. Appreciate that. There we go. Stream stats are getting long. Toxic Toilet Juice. Here we go again. Cheers says, why don't you play RTS games? Quite frankly, because they're not very entertaining. RTS games are great to play. All right. Not very great to watch unless you play them at a high competitive level, which I do not. It would be one thing if I was a person who was playing League of Legends or, Dota, one of these games that has a massive worldwide competitive following, and I played it at a competitive level versus, me just trying out one of these games and flubbing it and getting owned. Or, for example, playing like a single-player campaign of one of these games. I'll be honest, take a look back, all the way back to StarCraft 2, right? StarCraft 2. That came out relatively early on during my YouTube career. If this was before I was doing direct capture, so what I did is I had my PC running it, and it was hooked up to my television, and I had a camera recording the TV and 1080p. That playthrough did terribly. Real talk, it did. Like, I loved it. I was like, man, I love StarCraft. This is a great playthrough. The story's good. The gameplay's good. People hated it. They said it was boring. They said that it was not something they wanted to watch and to do other stuff. And it sucked because that game was long, and I ended up getting, playing it for an incredibly long time to beat the campaign. And basically, everyone got turned off during the time that I was playing it, and it ended up being one of the least popular things I ever did. And, that was back when I was monstrously popular. We're not talking modern day now. We're talking like back then when I was getting ridiculous amounts of views on every video I put on YouTube. That playthrough did terribly. So, there you go, I can't say to say it, but they're just not very entertaining for a viewing audience. Unless, again, if you're playing one of these MOBA-style RTS games at a high competitive level, that's another thing entirely. But I don't do that, okay? All right. Shout out to Kate. Kate did a 50-bit cheer. She says, Happy Friday and Happy National French Fries Day. Is it really National French Fries Day? That's a bizarre day to have. I hate that in our country we just invent shit like, oh, today's National Wipe Your Ass with Charmin Day. Today's add a second sprinkling of salt on all of your food day. Today's dress up like Darth Vader Day. Like it's weird as shit. It's like, we do something bizarre. Why do we have to have every day as a special day? How about every day is just a normal fucking day? I don't know. I certainly don't remember there being so many silly days when, earlier on in my life. Now it just seems like everyone wants every day to be some weird special day. I don't really care about French Fry Day. I'm just saying. I mean, not to say I don't like French fries, but I'm not really, oh, it's French Fry Day. Let me run out and buy French fries now because of it or something. Pretty weird. All right. Oh my goodness. My Cade XX, or it could be my Cade X. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I apologize. Cheered and said, what about the bat nips? So if you don't know what he's talking about, no, that's not some kind of a lewd sexual reference. Back in the 1990s, okay, when Tim Burton lost the rights to the Batman movies, he wasn't doing them anymore. He wasn't directing them. He was not involved with them. They got two different, well, actually, I take it back. They got a new director, Joel Schumacher, to come in and work on the next two Batman movies. We have Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, okay? And during that period of time, what ended up happening was the movies they went away from a dark gothic tone that Tim Burton had given them, and they turned more into very campy, almost like, how can I say, They basically, a lot of the movies panned out to be more flashy, more gaudy, more colorful, more lighthearted, and in a lot of ways, they ended up being a lot like the old school Adam West, Burt Ward Batman series of, what was it, the 1960s? Like, it was just silly. Some of the combat, it was like comedy based. The characters weren't very serious. It was just very campy, very, very campy. And they, at one point, if you can believe it, they added nipples to the bat suit. And you may say, what? Yeah, the bat suit had nipples. Why? What practical purpose does it serve to have a nipple, protruding from your rubberized combat suit? None. Yet they did it. Ridiculous. So, whatever, the bat, it also, though, you gotta remember the bat credit card. Remember that? The bat credit card. There's just stupid shit in those movies. Those movies were quite bad. But it's still funny to go back and watch them. Like I said, I actually own the whole original collection, the first 4 Batman movies from the 80s and 90s. It came in a collection. And I own them all. And it's funny to watch them evolve from the first one, the Tim Burton dark gothic movie, into the ridiculous campy shit of the last movie. But hey, those movies made big money. I mean, we're talking back in the time of the summer, the traditional old school summer blockbusters, where movies were the biggest profitable thing, and they would make ridiculous amounts of money on these movies. So, all right, I think that's enough discussion about the classic Batman movies. Shout out to Lord Lamb, tipped me $2. It says, do you think it'd be a good idea to add a retention sub goal? An example of a retention goal being you retain the same amount of subs as you gained the previous month but failed to make the main sub goal. Well, I guess what you're saying is, for example, I would like to maintain a certain level of subs on this channel, right? Obviously, for me, as you guys have seen, the channel fluctuates. I'd say the right now, about the lowest that it goes that I've seen is around 375 subs. The highest I've ever been was 550. So, you know, we fluctuate between those depending on what games I'm playing. But overall, in general, I do feel that the baseline sub number is going up. It's just that it gets artificially inflated every few months when a big high-profile game comes out and people come and sub and people gift subs and the like, okay? So, that being said, like, I guess the question would be, what would be a good baseline retention goal? Like, if we keep at the same level we're at, you know, this happens, right? The thing is, if I was going to do a retention goal, the way it would have to work is that, unlike my goals now, it wouldn't be, oh, we just hit the number. So I'll give you an example. Right now, the subscriber goal is 450. If at any point during July we hit 450 subs, I'm going to be doing the 10 years of Rage anniversary event, okay? The retention goal would have to be a goal that you strive to hit to retain a certain amount of subs by the end of the month. So it would be like, on July 31st, if we still have 415 subs, I will do this. See what I mean? Because you can't just have it be, oh, if we hit 415 subs anytime this month, because we're already at that. You see what I mean? So we'd have to figure out a way to make it work. The question would be, what would that goal be? What would be a good number? And what would the goal be? Like, what would the reward be? I don't know. You know, we could maybe talk about it. I'm all ears if you guys want to give me ideas. What would be a monthly goal as a retention goal that by the end of the month, if we retain a certain amount of subs, we celebrate. And basically, that's kind of the baseline celebratory goal that we're going to hit every month. You know what I mean? So what would be a fun thing to do every month that's not too strenuous or whatever, but it's still a fun way to, celebrate, right? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Give me some suggestions, okay? Give me some suggestions, guys. Let me know. Okay. Shout out. I got another anonymous dollar tip. And this one says, if you had to choose, who do you want to win the World Cup, France or Croatia? Oh, I could care less. I just don't care. I don't know anything about either team. As I said, the entire time during the entire World Cup proceedings, I have no idea about anything about this, you know, what's going on with the sport. I know that a lot of my viewers were invested in it because they wanted to see certain teams win, and now that those teams are out, they just don't care anymore. So for me, I have zero investment. Like, I don't care about either team, and I don't want to see either team win. It doesn't matter to me. Okay? All right. Continuing on. LeFerret did a 100-bit cheer to become the cheerleader for today. Let's go ahead and get LeFerret up on the leaderboard. And then we'll read his message. Hold on, or her message, excuse me. Could be him or her. You don't know. 3 R's in that name. LeFerret. Okay. And they asked the following. He says, loving the pre-stream. Wanted to ask, could you consider playing Tenchu Wrath of Heaven? A really fun hack and slash game. Hope the stream goes great. Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you for that sentiment. As of Tenchu, isn't Tenchu the same? Aren't they From Software? Didn't From Software make Tenchu back in the day? Because I believe that when we were seeing these previews for what's their new game, Sekiro, right? Or Sekiro, however you pronounce it, that a lot of people thought it was Tenchu. I don't know anything about Tenchu. I've never played it, and I don't know if it has a Dark Souls-esque vibe to it or if it's just a different kind of game. Like you're saying it's hack and slash. I mean, again, this could be an idea, hint, hint, for when we do Patron's Choice. If people want to see me play a game like that, you could always nominate it. Of course, keep in mind, it has to be a game that's readily playable. Something that's available on PSN or Xbox Live, and I can play on a more modernized console so I can capture it. But yeah, in particular, I don't know anything about Tenchu. I missed out completely on that series of games, so I couldn't tell you. You know, I haven't heard of it, and I know it exists, but I don't know anything about, you know, what kind of a game it is. So, Bobby Link says Tenchu is actually a stealth game. Huh. Okay. Shout out to Kate, who did a 45-bit cheers as The Dark Knight is so good. She's talking about the Christopher Nolan Batman movie trilogy from the 2000s, where you had The Dark Knight, wait a minute. It was Batman Begins, then The Dark Knight, and then The Dark Knight Rises, right? I agree. I do like that trilogy of games. Don't get me wrong here. Even though I said I like the Tim Burton Batman movies, And I do actually feel they're the best ones. I do think that the Christopher Nolan trilogy is quite good as well. But, you know, the modern movies stink. I just think it's funny that we've got two different Batman, you know, series of games. And I keep saying games. Series of movies, excuse me. We have two different Batman series of movies. And then the modern ones are bad. The modern ones. Like, they had all these things, all these chances to learn from the past and figure out what people want in Batman. And then they give you what you don't want. It just baffles the mind. But anyway, yeah, I agree. The Dark Knight is a good movie. All right, Nick tipped me $1 and asked, did you ever try the final Big Bang Burger Challenge? Yes, actually, it was last year. Last year, before my playthrough went on hiatus, I completed the final Big Bang Burger Challenge. I got the big guts, you know, upgrade and everything for it. So, yes, I've already done that. I do need more guts, though, so maybe I'll be going back to do it again. Let's see here. Dr. Penne, oh god. Dr. Penne tipped me $1 and says, Phil, do you think you'll ever go back to playing more multiplayer games? Also, I was banned from your stream for my name, but I want you to know I didn't mean anything trollish with the name. I thought you found Penne funny. Well, I have no idea why you were banned, Dr. Penne, because guess what? I didn't ban you. It wasn't me. And I right now, obviously, on the fly during a stream, I'm not going to check chat logs. What I will say is this. If you do feel that you were unjustly banned, you can always email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com, or you can contact one of the mods to look into it. We have access to the logs, and we can see exactly what happened. So please, if you do want to possibly get unbanned, message me, okay? And send me your Twitch username, you know, letter by letter, so I know exactly how it's spelled. I'll look into it, and I'll review your account and see if we get you unbanned or not, all right? But to answer your question about playing more multiplayer games, I don't know what multiplayer games I would play. Like, right now, what multiplayer game do you guys want to see me play? I play Street Fighter, right, from the collection, so I'm doing that. There's currently no real first-person shooters that are being played actively that are interesting. Like I said, we've got the Black Ops 4 beta coming out in August, so maybe I'll try that. And then, yes, we'll have Black Ops 4, we'll have Battlefield 5 coming out in October. But outside of that, there's not, like, a lot of multiplayer stuff going on, you know? So I don't know exactly what you would expect me to play, honestly, because I don't know what it is that you would want to see, you know? Like, let me know. If you actually are interested in me playing multiplayer stuff, what multiplayer stuff do you think would work? What would you like to... Keep in mind, I was doing tons of multiplayer stuff. I was doing Call of Duty World War II for a long time, right? PUBG, which is multiplayer, although it's Battle Royale. H1Z1, and Street Fighter. So technically, I am doing multiplayer stuff, but I guess the question is, what is it that you're referencing? What do you want to see that I'm not doing? Okay. All right, I received a $1 tip from Joe Blow Slaboni. What a name, Joe Blow Splaboni. He tipped me $1. He says, it's hot as hell here. I hope that you have good air conditioner. Yeah, my air conditioner is pumping. You can hear it. I'm sure you can hear it going on and off in the background. I had it on all night trying to cool the house down. I'm going to have it on all day today trying to cool the house down. And yeah, the heat wave is lasting supposedly a week or longer. Like, from what I'm seeing, at least from what they're predicting. And the thing is, with weather, the truth of the matter is they can't really predict it accurately. They don't know. Quite frankly, a week ahead, they don't know what it's going to be. But it looks like at least until maybe middle of next week, it's going to be quite hot here in Washington, like 80s and 90s. Yesterday, they said it was only going to be 83 degrees. I went outside, it was 92. So they were wrong, okay? But that being said, yeah, it gets very hot here in Washington during the summer when we don't have cloud cover, and we don't have cloud cover at all right now. And apparently a lot of the country is facing this really big heat wave. So that being said, kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Yes, air conditioner on max blast. So I feel for anyone who's in heat right now. Stay cool. Be careful. Don't overheat. Don't overexert yourself. Stay hydrated in particular. That's a very important thing to do right now, right? So, yeah, stay cool during the cool summer months. Stay indoors. Hang out with me as I play my gameplay streams. Okay, Mike Cadix, cheered again. 25 bits. I think the Arkham are like amazing playable movies. Mark Hamill, Joker for the win. The Arkham series, I'm assuming he's saying. Yeah, I agree. The Arkham, definitely the Arkham series of games was a unique opportunity where Rocksteady Games made these really fun interactive experiences. They do kind of feel like epic movies. They get that vibe. When you play the Batman Arkham games, you feel like, man, this is it. This is going to be a quality game with tons of content, awesome representations of the Batman movie villains, or not movie villains, excuse me, comic book villains. And it's going to be a great, gameplay experience that's robust and fun. Is going to stick with you. There's moments in the Batman trilogy of games that still stick with me to this day that I remember from those games. So, I agree with you. I think the Batman Arkham trilogy is amazing. Okay, well, holy crap, the Lord Lamb V3 just did a 7,500-bit cheer. 7,500 bits. Thank you very much, Lord Lamb, for that. Obviously, you're the cheerleader for today, and I will get you up on the leaderboard for that. Very nice and generous of you. Thank you very much. In fact, you are definitely the top contributor for this week overall. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so Lord Lamb asked the following. Do you think a single episode Cooking with the King would be a good sub goal in the future? Well, here's the thing. If it were a one-off episode, not a series, but a one-off episode, where I just sit down, I find some kind of a recipe, and maybe Kat and I work on it, and we cook something together, it would be possible. A one-off episode. I would think at this point doing a series isn't worth it. Especially as I've told you guys, sadly, YouTube this year has really just destroyed my vlogging to the point where I make no money at all. And it sucks because I stopped doing series like DSP Tries It and everything. There's just nothing in it. Like, I'm investing time and money to do it. The vlogging's dead. It really is. Even when I have a popular vlog, like I do Ask the King or I do Hate Live, I make nothing on it anymore. For whatever reason, YouTube has decided to really just make it that vlogging is not profitable for me. So I do it as fan service, but I'm not going to go crazy and put a ton of time and effort into it away from streaming and instead focusing on these other vlogging style series when I should be focusing on this stuff that's going to keep me, paying my bills. So I probably would never do Cooking with the King as an ongoing series, but maybe as a special one-off episode, a special one-time thing. Yeah, I would maybe consider bringing back Cooking with the King as a special episode as like a goal for Patreon. However, I should bring this up. Back in February, when Kat was first going to move in with me and all that, I had this as a goal. And in fact, back then, it wasn't even a one-off episode. It was a series. Where I said, if we hit a certain sub-goal this month, I'll do a series of cooking with her. And we didn't even come close to the sub-goal. In fact, most people said, I'm not interested in that. So what it seems to me is that, yes, are there a group of people who like myself on a personal level and want to see me do more kind of vlogging and learn more about me in my personal life? Yes. At the same time, that's not my mainstream group of viewers. Like, yes, there's a hardcore group of viewers who would like that, but in general, it's not a huge group. That in general, most people just want to see me play games, hang out on the streams, have fun. And then, yes, there are people who want to go above and beyond that, but not enough to constitute like a big movement of subs or something like that. Or else that month we would have had, right? Oh my God, Phil's going to do a whole new series with his girlfriend, and this is going to be amazing. Let's do it. They would have motivated and subbed, and no one did. Actually, subs went down that month. So, there you go. All right, shout out to John, who cheers. I would love to see you play Ninja Gaiden Black. Did you ever play it before? I asked the chat, some people seemed hype. I would like to see you play it as well. I don't think I played the original Ninja Gaiden Black. I think I played... Did I play like Ninja Gaiden Sigma? Or Ninja Gaiden... God, I don't remember. I can't in particular remember exactly which Ninja Gaiden I played, but I know I did play one of them, okay? But no, I don't think I ever played Ninja Gaiden Black. Would I ever play it if people want to see it? Yeah, oh, John says Sigma 1 is the remake of Black. Is that what I played? Baby Jim Bob says I played 3, but Obi-Wan Kenobi says, yeah, Sigma. So now I don't know what I played. I have no idea what I played. I have no clue. I guess you guys could look it up, because, as you know, all my videos are archived. You guys can figure out what I played, what I didn't. Would I consider playing a difficult Ninja Gaiden game? Yes, if that's what you guys wanted to see. I mean, right now, hint, hint, guys, Rageathon is coming up, right? Maybe that's a good game if it's really difficult to nominate and vote on for the Rageathon. I'm just saying, right? Okay, shout out to Hyper Bunny Lover. who asked like a million questions. All right, let me get through these questions. First, will Phil get any special guests on today's IRL stream? I don't know. We'll have to see. Is DSP Tries It vids don't get money on YouTube? Why not stream DSP Tries It live for Twitch? Because I don't have that capability. My phone, first of all, is old, and it's probably would the quality of the camera be worth streaming? Plus, do I even have good enough wireless internet to be able to live stream it? Plus, the fact, as I've said, I wouldn't be able to interact with stream chat, which is the whole point of streaming. Plus, as I've also said, I really don't eat fast food that often anymore. So, there's like 5 reasons why I wouldn't do DSP Tries It again as a stream. Okay? There you go. Derpy just cheered and said, would you consider the game I Want to Be the Guy for either your Rageathon or that sub thing you mentioned before? It's a PC game, but your PC can probably handle it, and you can probably also stream it too, and it said all you got to do is download it. Yeah. If you're not aware, I Want to Be the Guy has been nominated and is being nominated as a game for the Rageathon. Chances are, unless something dramatically changes, I'm probably going to be playing I Want to Be the Guy during the Rageathon in August. So, rest assured, it's coming. There you go. Alright, an Eternal Napalm just did a 50-bit cheer and said DSP in chat. Hello. Super pumped for the upcoming survival horror, especially Eternal Darkness. Gonna need to buy bits. The Silent Hill movie was decent in my opinion, and the one with the better video game, one of the better video game adaptations. I will say this. Actually, in truth, I like the first Silent Hill movie. Now, the first Silent Hill movie has a lot of things that are very inaccurate to the game series. Like, Pyramid Head has no purpose in the Silent Hill movie. He doesn't have any significance. He doesn't represent anything from real life. In the games, he very much does, okay? So, I do think that sucks. That Pyramid Head loses his significance. But I do actually like the first Silent Hill movie. The second one is a piece of shit. I saw it in theaters. I was like, man, this movie stunk. It really was disappointing. But the first one's good, in my opinion. Even though it's not accurate to the games, I still think it's actually a good movie. So, as for the summer horror games coming up, yeah, I'm excited too. We haven't done survival horror in quite a long time. It'll be refreshing to do it. And, I mean, one game that I've already played that's a classic, and then another one that I've never played before. Should be pretty fun. So, thank you for the cheer. Beppo Carrot did a 100-bit cheer. He says, go DSP. I always feel welcome to your stream. Keep it up. Hashtag save the house. Thank you very much, Beppo Carrot. Yeah, let's hope that by the end of this year I can get back financially on track and have enough money to pay my taxes and I don't have to sell the house. That would be a good thing. That would be a pretty good thing, wouldn't it? Mike Cadix cheered again. It says, is DSP Tries It only dealing with food or couldn't you try random stuff? New viewers, so I apologize for not knowing. DSP Tries It over the years has done many different things. Different kinds of products. Back in the day when I was making a ton of money doing YouTube, I could blow money on stupid shit. So I would just buy random shit from websites like thinkgeek.com and I would review it for DSP Tries It. But then the series evolved into basically me trying out all the new fast food items. And that's where really the series shined and people liked it at length. That's what they liked for DSP Tries It. Even though every once in a while I would do something random and different. In particular, this year I did a comedy episode where I did the wax vac ear vacuum and fidget spinners. But that was more of a comedy episode than anything else. So yeah, it can vary, but the thing is, anything is a money investment, and right now I don't have money to invest in anything besides, games and stuff to make the business keep going. As I've said, when I go out to get fast food, all right, to do an episode of DSP Tries It, let's say Kat and I go out to get fast food. So that's what, each combo meal is $7 to $8 plus tax, right? Whatever. So let's say after tax and everything, 15 to 20 bucks for a meal. The episode of DSP Tries It makes like $4. That's not an exaggeration. Even if the episode gets like between 5 to 10,000 views, it barely makes any money because YouTube ad revenue is so low. And plus it's DSP Tries It, so I don't get the big, like for example, if it was a gaming video, you get all game ads and you get more money. Versus fast food video, there's like no ads for anything. So I'm running the lowest profit ads. I made like $4. So wow, I went out of my way to go out to do something for DSP Tries It. I spent 15 to 20 bucks. I made $4 on the video. See what I mean? Same thing, any item that go buy something. People have suggested, why don't you do those subscription boxes for candy or snacks? They cost like $20, $30 a month. For what? A video that I'm going to make $2 on? See what I mean? The series just sadly isn't viable anymore, and it's YouTube's fault for basically ruining their whole site. So, I hate to say it, you know, YouTube screwed up a lot of stuff over the years. A lot of things I used to do that were very viable that aren't anymore, and it's their fault. It's not because I changed or anything. It's because they fucked up. Dr. Penne tipped me $1 again. He says, here's $1 towards a new phone, and hopefully DSP tries it live. Well, there you go. The Lord Lamb V3 did a 100-bit cheer. He says, if Fortnite got nominated for the Rageathon, would you consider doing squads with regulars, trusted members in the stream chat, or would you prefer a Rageathon to be a singular thing? I would say more than likely a singular thing, reason being, the Rageathon's going to be about a 7+ hour stream, and what I'm hoping to do is play maybe 4, 5, 6 games during it, you know, maybe each for an hour. And if I have to spend half the time getting names, making parties, setting up, the stream becomes incredibly boring. I know this from history, from doing multiplayer streams. The setup gets complicated and becomes boring. And quite frankly, if I'm playing with a squad, I don't know why that would cause me rage to begin with. And by the way, I don't know why Fortnite would be in the Rageathon. When I played Fortnite, I didn't rage. All I said was, okay, I don't like the building mechanic. But I played Fortnite and actually won a match before, and I never particularly crazy raged at the game. I don't know why. Just because I don't like a game doesn't mean that I rage at it. And I think people just have this crazy misconception that just because I don't like something, it means that I hate it and I rage at it. You know? Persona 3. I absolutely love the game. Just because the final boss is broken shit doesn't mean I hate Persona 3. Nintendo. I love Nintendo first-party titles. Just because I disagree with Nintendo's business practices a lot doesn't mean I hate Nintendo. But people have these crazy misconceptions because they have immature ways of thinking where they think the world is black and fucking white. So if I don't like one aspect of something, it obviously means I hate it completely and I rage at it and it's a piece of shit. That's not the case at all. A mature adult can realize there's things and facets of things you don't like, but you still don't have to say that it's terrible. Fortnite, I don't like the game. But I acknowledge that it's a fun game that people could play and enjoy if you like some of the mechanics of it. I just, in particular, don't like the mechanics. It doesn't mean that if you nominate it and it gets into the Rageathon, it's going to be entertaining. In fact, I think the opposite. I think if Fortnite gets into the Rageathon, it's going to be the most boring segment of the Rageathon. Because I'm just going to play for an hour, multiplayer, play 2-3 matches, probably do okay or die, who cares, and then let's move on to the next thing with no rage. I don't see why I would even fucking rage. You know, the point of Rageathon is to try to pick games that you know I'm going to get annoyed at. You know what I mean? And basically to get me pissed off at a game that's either ridiculously difficult, or a game that I played in the past that you know I'm going to get angry at. I'll give you another example, Lord Lamb. Street Fighter V. A lot of people are like, Phil should play Street Fighter V for the Rageathon because he doesn't like the game. If I play Street Fighter V during the Rageathon, it's going to be, again, the biggest waste of time. Number one, I haven't played Street Fighter V since the first year it was out. That was, what, 3 seasons ago? So it's going to be like playing a whole new game. I'm going to, you know, get this game booted up, not know any idea of how to even play it because I haven't played it in so long. So all that's going to happen, I'm going to play it on like body. Every match I'm going to lose horribly because I don't understand the game mechanics. I'm probably not even going to rage. I'm probably just going to be like, oh, well, I don't know what I'm doing. I lose again. Oh, well, I lose again. And then after an hour, be like, well, that was a waste of an hour. I think people really don't understand the preface of the Rageathon. I don't. You know, getting me to play a game that I don't dislike does not create rage. It's getting a game that pisses me off for some reason. That's a different thing completely. Okay? So there you go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like that is it for the pre-stream. And by the way, again, I should call out, my pre-stream ended at 27 minutes. We're now at 1 hour and 6. So for 40 straight minutes, I just had interaction with the stream viewers. That was fun. I love doing this every stream. But please don't go out there and spread a misconception and say, oh, Phil's pre-stream was over an hour and he didn't play the game. No, that's not exactly what happened. I had a 25, 27 minute segment where I got all the things I needed to say, and then I interacted with you guys for 40 minutes. That's very different, okay? All right. So thank you guys very much for a very supportive pre-stream. Holy crap, we got both big tips and a big cheer up on the leaderboard. You know what I should do? I should check subs, even though I don't think we got too many subs. I should check anyway. 415. So, oh, we did go up a few. Nice. All right, let's get that up there. 415. 415 subs. Thank you guys very much for your support. And I think it's time. What we're going to do, actually, since I stopped at the save room in Persona 5, the very first thing we're going to do, guys, is attempt to get the highest level fusion and max out that social link for the twins. I'm going to need your help. If you guys have played Persona 5 before and you understand how it works with this fusion system, how to get the card system to work, because I don't know. I certainly hope that you will help me so that we can get this done properly, okay? Alright. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys being here. Let's have a really fun Persona 5 stream. Reminder that tonight will be an IRL special stream as well. Should be a great streaming day to end my streaming week. Thank you, and let's get the show on the road. Here we go.